can't handle none of this. I want to hurt myself. Lost some in the big night. Just a touch of your skin, creeping in the background, blowing on the wind. I'll sleep until morning through a crack in time. I am going nowhere. I am far away. Angels and his demons, many souls to save. So it's safer in the shadows, where fewer eyes can see. Wish I could get away from here, someplace out of reach.
Hello. Welcome back. Syberia. What is hopefully the last stream? We don't have that much left of this game based on the high level overview. Which is weird, but based on narratively, but you know, I'm fine with that. So God, so we're at this like I don't know what this place is called. It's basically a spa resort, or it was a spa resort, like 20 years ago, and ISL, yes, the font on the main menu, yeah, it doesn't, it seems like an odd choice with the rest of the visuals. It doesn't really seem to fit. Um, yeah, this is the dumbest plot of this game. Like, I mean, I guess I don't know. Yeah, it's the dumbest, but it's also just like gross. There is a guy, an old Soviet functionary, who ran a mining outpost, or like a manufacturing outpost. It's like a factory mine thing, which has been decommissioned, but he's still there. He stole our robot's hands to use as hands for a piano playing robot as part of the sort of centerpiece of his plan to have a giant, very elaborate sort of accompaniment, a concert type thing for an opera singer that he is obsessed with. And he said he won't give us back the hands unless we get the opera singer to come here. The opera singer has never heard of this man. But he thinks that he knows her intimately. And Kate here, our protagonist, said, I guess I just gotta go find this lady. There's nothing else I could possibly do. Uh, which is a very bizarre response to that situation, I think. That seems, like you should have just punched the guy. Taken the damn hands. But anyway, so we went through a whole thing with like a decommissioned Soviet rocket base, uh, where Hans Vorarlberg had worked to make clockwork rockets that go to space, and we launched a guy into space. An old drunk Russian. So he's probably dead, but before he left, or before we launched him, he told us how to get here. So now we're at this spa, which is supposed to be where this lady is. So we can apparently go that way. We can go. I mean, that looks like it's just like out into the fucking wasteland. I don't understand. You know what? Let's go out into the fucking wasteland. This is strange. And this is back towards like where we arrived, which is like an airship. Okay, maybe this isn't. Oh, this is like a train station, maybe? Oh, I forgot that I technically need to lower my taskbar. This technically goes below. Okay. I don't think there's usually anything over there, but just in case.
I don't need to do that. I don't need to do that.
Okay. A suddenly populated wasteland. Metaphorically, but I don't know. Chipina Cell. Hi, Mary. This is our cool airship. Okay, I guess I'm guessing the train is actually gonna show up here, but that doesn't really And then we'll have to wind it? I don't understand. Oh, populated by assets that weren't there. I see. Oh, yeah. I mean, all this stuff is like an actual 3D scene they just took shots of, so I don't really understand. Is it just like a weird angle? Like that there happens to not... Yeah, I guess it's kind of visible there. It's just like the gate happens to line up with where there's nothing there, but there's like that overhang and those are just hard to... Yeah, it's just not a very good layout, I think. That also, I mean, that is possible, but I think it actually is. I think this is the stuff. I think it's just like the angle doesn't work very well. Let's go in here, I guess. This is the only place to go. Oh boy.
Good morning, sir.
Good day to you, ma'am, and welcome to the Hotel Kronsky. I don't expect you've made a reservation, have you? Well, no matter. We've got a few rooms left with a sea view. By far the best on offer.
Well, actually, I wasn't counting on staying in Arrowbad.
I see. It's like that then. So, what can I do for you?
It's like that then. Okay, all these dialogues are always written as if you go top to bottom, even though it doesn't really make sense to go top to bottom, so let's do that.
Let me introduce myself. I'm Kate Walker. I'm a lawyer sent by a major American law firm to take care of a delicate inheritance case.
Ah, very pleased to meet you, Miss Walker. Felix Smetana at your service. I'm the receptionist of this establishment. Between you and me and the brick wall, I often play the role of general manager here, too. Ah, these days the place ain't what it used to be.
This hotel is truly incredible, though. It's kind of sumptuous in an old-fashioned way.
Is
You
it?
should see how sumptuous our suites are. For more than a whole century, they have accommodated some of the world's greats. Would you like to take one?
No, it's okay, thank you. I'm not staying. I've got to get away. I'm expected.
Right. Well, in that case, I don't see what I can do for you.
I want to meet someone who lives here.
That's very inconvenient. None of my customers said they were expecting someone. You can't just turn up like that. We've got a very strict policy. In this day and age, the hotel ain't too open to, impromptu visits from any Tom, Dick, or Harry.
Please, I absolutely must speak with her. It's very important.
If it was that important, all you had to do was ring the hotel. People come here to rest, you see, to get away from the world, which ain't turning so good these days. Don't let me keep you. Good day to you, ma'am.
Honestly, if I could have called, I would have called, but I couldn't. So
Can you
please,
give me a phone
can
and
you
then I'll
bend the
call
rules
here?
just a little, sir?
Ma'am, in this hotel, we don't bend nothing for no one. With respect.
This is very dumb. Because obviously we could just send a message and she can respond to it or not. And she can not wouldn't respond to it because it sounds bonkers. It sounds awful. That would be the right thing for her to do. Why is there a hotel for an abandoned zone with 2 other people? Yeah, I mean, this whole game is very much like presenting a sort of idea that like all across Europe, from the beginning of the game, from the first town in France, seemed like it was supposed to probably be in France, to the university that was in Germany, to the Russian stuff. It all is this stuff that is like the idea of stuff that has been like time has passed them by. It's this weird, in the U.S. this is like we have narratives about like the interstates, right? And the idea like there's all these little towns that used to be connected by highways that are no longer relevant anymore. Like having cars is, I guess, the big one of these, but that's like the very popular one, as in the Pixar movie. But that's drawing on a pre-existing sort of narrative. And so it seems like this is kind of operating in a similar dynamic for Europe. But I don't know what the dynamics at play there are specifically, and it does seem weird to present like, because they're all in different countries, well, other than these three Russian ones. And they all seem like they have very different circumstances. But yeah, there's kind of like these weird little like places that are just trapped in the past. Does every guess do dozens of puzzles to get here? Right. I have no idea how someone's supposed to get here. I mean, there is a train station, apparently, is what it looked like.
Sir, I really could use your help.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but my helping hand only serves my hotel.
Just fucking buy a
Well,
room.
let me just say,
Or rent a
that
room.
by helping me
Kate.
out, you'd also be helping out
No!
one of your very own guests.
No, he wouldn't! That's a lie, Kate!
Around anyone's little finger. You hear?
That's such a fucking lie. We are gonna just, like, go, like, badger this woman so that, because Kate won't just, like, steal. I mean, it's not even stealing, it's just taking by force, her own, Oscar's stuff back for Oscar.
Could you tell me if a certain Hans Vorarlberg has ever been here?
On a spa holiday?
Yes, that's it.
I'm sorry, but our hotel register is strictly confidential.
Come on, please. It's not like it's a state secret you're telling me here.
And if I just let you consult our register, what am I gonna get out of it?
My eternal gratitude?
Kate, just bribe the
That's just what
man.
I was expecting. Adieu, as the French say, madame.
Usually I travel on this fantastic mechanical train. Haven't I seen some kind of a station here? Is it possible to arrive here by train then?
Of course it is. What were you suggesting? If I'm not very much mistaken, that's your air balloon I see getting blown to shreds in the hotel garden.
Oh yeah, the airship. That's a bit different. I just borrowed that to make the round-trip journey to Arlbad.
Whatever. You better think about getting it off there, and quick. With that contraption on my lawn, some of my clientele might have a relapse.
It's a real shame that there aren't any guests at your hotel.
We had our moment of glory, but now it's all in the past. That's all.
Doesn't it make you sad?
Why should it? Once upon a time I met the greatest of the great. Now I got my memories. Sweet memories.
I want to meet someone who...
That's... if...
on...
Me...
Well,
At your...
Can't even look at the TV. He's watching some soccer. Some football. Oh. Locked.
the door's locked. But I've still got to get in there.
Attack! Attack! Attack!
Is that supposed to be him cheering on the football?
Yes! Yes! Go!
Oh, I still have my shears and my vodka. Hey, buddy. How would you like some vodka? Oh, can I just, like, steal? No, no, not that. Okay, I realize that's a bell after I...
Attack! Attack!
Really?
Attack!
Kate, just throw the screwdriver at that guy's head. It'll be fine. So does this just summon him up to talk to him? Because I don't think there's any reason to talk to him at the moment.
I'm sorry to disturb.
Don't even think about it. Any way into this hotel is bolted.
Why are you telling me that?
No reason. Like that, just in case you feel like walking in and rummaging about. The times are changing, ma'am, and we've had to introduce a security system. Keep out unwanted visitors as sure as we keep out the sand and the salt, if you get my drift.
Yeah, of course. Well, thanks again for your warmth and hospitality. Well,
At your...
Yeah, go back to your game, buddy. It's fine. Don't pay any attention. Huh. Well,
What the hell was that?
like, there's only so many things here. Oh, this fountain. Okay.
that is so beautiful.
That's actually like a look at response. That's weird. Are we gonna walk? We're gonna put detergent in the fountain. What is this possibly gonna do? Okay. Are we gonna like distract him? Like, oh, there's something wrong
Sir?
with your fountain.
Sir?
And then we're gonna bust in.
I'm sorry to disturb you again.
Don't even think about it.
Why are you...
No,
Yeah, sir.
I'm sorry.
Well, let me just say...
Ma'am,
Okay.
Well,
No. What is the point of this then? Because we can't interact with it anymore. We've just... this is where we showed up before. This is where we arrived. What are we looking for? Oh my god. I don't think there's anything in here. And we used that detergent. So what does that accomplish for us? God, it's so weird to have like these details to draw attention to themselves, but you can't interact with them at all. Oh, I can interact with the curtain. So that he can see the fountain? Is that what's gonna happen? I have to open the curtain so he can see the fountain? It sure would be nice if there was a camera angle that demonstrated this. That, like, you can't see it, and then from this angle.
Sir?
You again? You're beginning to really overstep the mark. I warn you, one more and I'm going to... But what the hell's going on over there? Why is it me gets hell to pay when there's already too much work to do?
Uh-huh. Yeah, wouldn't that be a nice angle to have? Okay, there we go. Yep, go in there, get your stuff. Yep. Just leave that open for me, no worries. Uh-huh. Okay, cut back to me, please. We're wasting time. Oh my god, Kate. Yeah, go the fuck in here. Steal everything. Oh god, are we really gonna have to, like... Are we gonna have to use that number? What does this do? Okay, that's what that does. That's useful. Oh, we can't actually use the phone. I thought we could use the phone. Okay. Oh my god. Oh, okay. Romansky. That's her, right? No departure date. Another, okay, resident. 1270. I'm gonna have to write this down, aren't I? Okay. 1270. Okay. So these are the other... Good God, they haven't had any residents or any visitors between 1996 and 2002. Oh, yeah. Was there a Hans Wahlberg? I don't think so. Oh, there was. 81 to 85. I'm gonna write his number down too. Okay. Think that's all we need back here. Anyway, let's read this now. If the TV was bought with 10 years of income. Nope. To read the brochure. The Edenor Hotel Group's hotel industry had a long tradition. The first Edenor was opened in Paris in 1928. Said it had been over a century. It's only 2002. That guy was lying. Now you have prestigious hotels located in the historic centers of each European capital. Each establishment is unique and housed in former palaces, mansions, and stately homes restored. How the fuck did this hotel exist under the Soviet Union? Edenor hotels are ideally located for capital city exploration. Obviously, this is not a capital city. Blah, blah, blah. 15, 3 to 5 star. Wait, is this not what this actually... Is this... No, it says Kronsky Hotel. It's like, is this fake? Or is this a different hotel chain that just has a thing on? Okay. I don't know what this number is, but I'm gonna write it down. 'Cause it seems like we're gonna need it. Thought it was gonna be a hotel, or a phone number rather. Dio, what are you doing? Huh. Well. Okay, here's the spa. Well, that's weird. Chessboard, huh? It's apparently not a thing. Can't interact with this pool at the moment. Can I put vodka in the pool? No. Oh, there's a thing back there. What does that do? Seems like I assume someone's gonna come down here. Oh, it's getting hot. Hey, PM. Think you want to watch the Grand Budapest Hotel? Not watch Grand Budapest Hotel, but I really want to put vodka in one of these things. I don't know that I need the vodka for anything, but
That door is locked.
why is it locked? Bust it open. Oh, coward. She's not willing to use these shears on anything. It's very cowardly. Okay, come get some champagne glasses, sure. I mean, she's definitely stolen stuff, PM, so she does do crimes. They're just like very limited crimes. This is definitely a door that we can't even try to interact with. Anyway, we've now stolen. Can't steal the champagne. I mean, it looks like it might be empty, I guess, but or the wine or whatever it is, I don't know. She also murdered that drunk guy. She helped that drunk guy achieve his dreams. She's the same kind of rampant liar as other adventure game protagonists, but she's far more selective about when to steal. Has she been a rampant liar? I mean, she lied to this guy, but that seems like it's part of the whole... I'm not sure the game knows that she's lying, to be honest, to this guy. Most of the time she's like, yeah, I'm looking for Hans Vorarlberg. A rampant bullshitter. That's true, but I mean, she's a liar, or a lawyer.
Hello there.
Good afternoon, miss.
Are you the hotel barman?
My name is James, miss. James, the automaton nurse. I am not a barman.
I'm sorry. I didn't want to upset you.
If you don't mind, miss, I would appreciate it if you would just be a little more rigorous in the terms you employ in the future.
Well, she asked a question, dude.
My name
Anyway.
is Kate Walker.
Pleased to meet you, miss. You are not here for treatment, are you?
No, I'm not. I only want to meet Madame Romansky.
I would be delighted to serve you tea when Madam returns from her constitutional.
I don't want to impose. Maybe your mistress won't want to take tea with me.
Madam likes to complain for the sake of it. Believe me, she loves visits.
How would she like to be
In that case,
kidnapped to
thanks for the
perform
invitation.
for a creep's concert?
I'm looking for Madame Romansky. Do you know where she is?
3:30 to 4:30 p.m., Madam Romansky takes her daily constitutional on the pier. Tea is served at 5 o'clock sharp.
Is it possible to go see her?
As you wish, but do pay attention to the salt wind.
We could literally just sit here and wait. Why can't we ask this guy about our...
Can you take me to Helena Romansky?
Not at this hour, miss. Madam will still be watching the sea.
These are all the
pier.
same question
So-
phrased differently.
Madam knows perfectly well that during this season I don't go down to the pier. My wheelwork goes dicky under the double corrosive action of the salt and sand winds. Listen, you can hear them sweeping up and down the beach and out to sea. We call it the salt wind here. It'll drive us all crazy one of these days.
Come on. Just make a little effort.
You're used
No,
to this, Kate.
I'll stay here and make ready for Madame in case she needs me. She can be so unpredictable, such violent swings of mood.
Oh, maybe she'll kill this guy when we get him back.
Have you ever heard of a Mr. Vorarlberg?
The name is not entirely foreign to me.
Really? You know Hans Vorarlberg?
That I cannot say, miss. Madam has forbidden me from talking about him and even mentioning his name.
Why?
Nostalgia, sadness, medication. Call it what you humans will. We never had this conversation, did we, miss? Madam would be very angry to learn that I know, and now you know as well.
Don't worry. Mum's the word. Do you know Komkalsgrad? That's my train there with its engineer. You'll never guess what. It's an automaton just like you. There's even a family resemblance.
Firstly, I would say that I do not know Komkolsgrad. Secondly, I have never taken a train. Thirdly, the existence of another automaton with such a degree of finesse as myself appears very unlikely. Madam has always assured me that I am a unique model, a gift from a former admirer.
Yeah, but you two really do look alike. And you know, I miss him.
I don't think they really look
Why is he not
similar.
here with his train?
Other than both
I
being
would
robots.
never allow Madame Romansky to leave on her own.
It's a long story, but hopefully I'll see him again soon.
Such attachment is very touching, miss.
Well, I'm going, James. See you later, maybe.
It would be a pleasure to see you again, miss.
I don't need to use this console. Not yet.
Well, how do you know?
I don't need...
I don't even know what it is. Locked.
That door is locked.
Okay, let's try Hans first. Because I'm assuming this doesn't actually do anything.
Doesn't look like that works.
Okay. So.
Darn it! That doesn't work. Just as I thought.
Is it just as you thought? Oh no, it's only got 4. So.
That door is locked.
I guess we can go write down the numbers for the other people staying here. He's still out there, huh? Well, that's good, I guess. Oh, they just have access cards. Never mind. Well, shit. It is 1270. Fuck. Hmm. That's just this exit. Well... You could literally just wait. But, of course, that's not an option because it's an... Who the fuck are you?
I'm sorry to disturb you.
Yeah, I think I can thrust with my queen through there.
Oh no.
Unless...
I can see that I'm disturbing you.
Hey, no. Checking two moves. Maybe I'll squeeze him with my bishop instead. Nothing like a good squeeze from a bishop.
Okay, I wouldn't like to disturb you any longer. Excuse me, could you just...
Oof, I must confess I am flummoxed. That defense there, a real conundrum.
I really could do with...
Right hook with the knight. Nope, he's gonna follow through with that castle.
Okay, got the picture. Thanks a lot. Excuse me, could you just...
Oof, I must confess I am...
I really...
Right hook.
Okay.
How would you like some vodka? Oh.
Excuse me, I really...
I wonder if the only voice direction Kate's voice actor got was being played some voice clips of April Ryan. They're very different characters too, despite the fact that they like look very similar and talk similarly. Okay, what is the point of these guys? What is the point of this? I have no idea. Oh, this is open now. That's the point. The world changed. Oh 0968. Thank you. I don't think they even look similar. I mean, they just look similar in terms of like because the game like has a similar sort of style in terms of how characters look and stuff, I think. Um, what was up here? Another... Oh, this is this. Okay, and there's nothing over here. Like, you can't interact with any of these. can't go past these. Okay, yeah. I already forgot because I didn't write this one down. 0968. What the hell is that? Is that a camera? No, it's a gas mask? I'm sorry? You know, I thought it looked like a gas mask at first, but I was like, that doesn't make any sense. Well, I'm glad we got this gas mask. I guess.
Doesn't look like that works.
What is this? A chain attached to a thing? Can we steal the chain? Nope. Screw the chain. Pour vodka on the chain.
Doesn't look.
Okay. She's also out here with a gasket! What the fuck? This old lady in a What is going on?
Madam Romansky? Madam Helena Romansky?
Who are you? What do you want?
I'm sorry to disturb you, ma'am. My name's Kate Walker. I've come on behalf of Frank Malkovich.
That's also not true.
Malkovich, the old son of a gun. Are you one of his relative?
Not exactly. He's a good friend of my mother's. He told me you might be here in Arrowbad. I'm American, a lawyer.
To what do I owe your visit? You have come so far. It must be important.
Indeed it is. I have very delicate and pressing business to attend to. I have just left.
Later, my dear, later. I have a slight headache. This hotel mask the pinch so. I have to go in. Please, could you be so kind as to call my valet?
Your valet, of course.
What? Oh, okay.
Madam.
So, is James coming or isn't he? Don't tell me you haven't called him
Ring
yet.
from...
Oh, my poor head. Please, ring for my valet. We will continue this conversation inside. Hmm?
SL said, I wish this game had... Oh. Oh.
You back
Oh.
here again? How dare you show your damn face?
Where did he get a mask?
Get out of here immediately.
Please. I absolutely must find.
Miss Romansky. Oh, yes. I'm sorry. She managed to lie her way in here.
That's...
Don't matter
I
how
didn't
little
actually
you are,
lie
Miss
my way
Romansky.
in here.
But it won't happen again. She'll be out on her ear before you can say, I hope she hasn't upset you too much.
Oh, Felix. Stop being such a grizzly bear. This woman is my guest.
She's your guest. But that ain't possible. This vandal didn't even know you 3 hours ago.
Be quiet, Felix, before you offend someone.
Why is all of this taking place in gas
Turned up
masks?
earlier and tried to wreck the fountain. If it wasn't for the...
I said enough, Felix. Please treat Miss Walker with the respect befitting one of my friends. Don't touch and don't swear. Have I made myself clear, Mr. Smetana?
Yes, yes, crystal clear, Madam Romansky. Please do accept my humble apologies.
Very good, Felix. You may go now.
Where is there somewhere that you actually call for them? Is it just that thing from before that we couldn't interact with, and now we're gonna be? Oh, maybe it's this thing actually. Probably that. Okay, well we'll go look at that in a second. So I was gonna say two things, which is about SL's. So if you had to do a dialogue puzzle, try to make a convincing lie. Again, the thing that's confusing to me about this game is it wants to have this character story in the background, where like, or I mean, really in the foreground, because it forces you into having these phone calls with Kate's family members or family and friends, where the idea is that Kate's becoming like more. I mean, the way it's presented is like more independent, which isn't really describing what's happening at all. And I mean, we're not seeing that at all, but I guess partly because we don't see her beforehand, so we don't know what exactly is supposed to be different about her. And so again, it feels like the game is like, Kate's a better person now because she stands up for herself and she just gets what she wants or something. When it's like, yeah, like especially this whole section, it's just her carrying out the demands of an awful obsessive creep, and it's fucked up and unclear if the game understands like that she like it has to understand at some level because it's just very logically obvious that like she's lying at whenever she says like this is for help Mrs. Romansky, Madame Romansky's benefit, or I'm here as a friend of Frank Malkovich or whatever. Like that's not true at all. But the game doesn't really. I don't know. It just tonally doesn't seem like it's presenting her as like she knows she's lying. So that's weird. The other thing is PM brought up the the infamous puzzle from what is it from? Is it from Gabriel Knight 3? Which is the puzzle that there's the famous back in the day famous Old Man Murray essay about which leads to the conclusion of who killed Adventure Games. Adventure Games committed suicide. Uh, yeah, PM. It's a weird thing. And I think that's interesting in the context of, like talking about adventure game design. It's talked about a lot about adventure game design over the course of this game. Because I think as much as that puzzle gets pulled out as being utterly ridiculous, I don't think it's actually that ridiculous in the context of an adventure game. And I think in the abstract, if you describe that puzzle, like of just what it is about, I get it. I think it isn't inherently absurd because I mean basically the puzzle is like you need to make a fake ID to impersonate somebody, and I mean the thing that people lose their mind at is you have to draw a mustache on the fake ID on the actually it's a real ID, right? You steal the guy's ID and you're impersonating him. You draw a mustache on the ID because the guy doesn't have a mustache. You also don't have a mustache, and then you create a fake mustache in order to like as part of the impersonation, and that's what people lose their minds at, which I understand. In the abstract, like basically the idea of like, well, the person in the photo doesn't look like anything like your player character. You need to have some kind of like basically obstruct the image. Like if somebody has ridiculous hair and you just put a ridiculous wig on and maybe I don't know, like a big beard could like cover it up. Yeah, I mean also, yeah, how you get the mustache feels. I mean it's adventure game shit, but what I was gonna say is I think the reason why that puzzle is bad is because it doesn't like have enough support in the dialogue around it. Like I think a lot of adventure games are not puzzles are not really bad insofar as like for people who are if you're once you get kind of clued into how adventure games work and how their puzzles work and sort of adopt the logic in the same way that you have to adopt the logic of any kind of video game, where you just have to, it's like, oh, you're just gonna murder a million dudes, and you just accept it, right? Then it becomes how is that presented and how do you get led to the solutions? And like adventure games, it's really, really important to have a lot of clues to help people so they don't just get flat out stuck and have no idea what they're supposed to be trying to do and what the game wants them to do. And that is a lot more of a finesse thing than like the puzzle itself can in the like the intended solution can be absurd or at least very silly, as long as there's enough hints, basically, or guidance, or sort of building up to it. And kind of vice versa, where it could be very straightforward, insensible if you actually do it, but if it has no backing, it might just be something that never occurs to you. I think that's interesting that a lot of adventure games kind of just these adventure games and a lot of more basically outside of like the LucasArts games and then some of the stuff that did a really good job with them, just kind of completely gave up on doing that kind of stuff. And then their puzzles suck. And they're like, well, it doesn't matter if their puzzles suck because we're games about story. I've said that before, but I think a lot of this game's characters make more sense if you understand this pathological liars whose lies are very banal and they won't back down. The hotel manager was just a guy who found an abandoned place, told someone he was the manager, and then decided he had to manage an abandoned hotel for 15 years. It would be very funny if every single one of these people was just a weird, like, impersonator. He's just... I don't know how to understand what this game is trying to do with, like, all of these, like, abandoned places that just sort of have... It feels almost like a series of ghost stories, It feels like these are the kinds of things that would show up in a story where, like, somebody wanders into a place and doesn't realize, that it's ghosts they're interacting with, that these are people who they sound odd and they all seem like they're kind of antiquated from the past and they're just like going on routines doing the same thing over and over again. Like it would almost work for that kind of reveal. That's not what's gonna happen. I'm like 99% sure. I think a lot of the problem emerges when you work backwards from a clever way. A person might solve a problem to generate a puzzle instead of creating a contrived path that describes. I mean, adventure games are all about contrived paths. At least this kind of adventure game. This sort of classical graphic adventure game. I think it is a lot about. It just takes a lot of writing and it takes a lot of thought to really justify. To recognize all those other possibilities that people might come up with and actually have responses to them, which both takes a lot of like work but all like just a lot of time. Like it's just a lot of like this game. I think you can see how like the budget of this game was spent on having a huge amount of art, like all these shots from all these different angles and stuff, which I guess is not actually that ends up. It looks more impressive than it is because it's all like they built a scene and then they took a bunch of different shots of it. But you can't interact with anything in this game that is not related to a puzzle. You can't look at anything in this game, which is like a basic interaction in early adventure games. Like there is no dialogue in this game that is not almost entirely related to a puzzle, which is just weird as hell. Hey, Frampus, have we found the mammoths? Not yet.
Madam Romansky?
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot what I was doing, lady. I got it. She's like, go fucking call my butler. Wait, what?
Doesn't look like that worked.
No, I want to call the valet. Excuse me? Do I need to call him at the other one first? Is this not what this is for? Okay, I can't even grab this bell back now. There are actually 2 bells awakening. It'd be amazing if they didn't have the resources to model and animate mammoths. You just see a few static mammoths in the background. So I think it might be worse than that, but we'll see. We're hopefully gonna see tonight. Oh yeah, take your fucking gas mask off, sure. You could just leave it in your inventory. But then you'd have to have a way to like use it on yourself or use it out of the inventory without interacting with anything.
James, what are you waiting for? Don't tell me you didn't hear the bell this time.
The bell did indeed ring, but it is very windy outside, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a bit gusty. But what's that got to do with it?
Madam doesn't understand. She says an automaton doesn't need protection, but my insides don't like the salty wind. I'm afraid to go out, you
We
know.
could just wait.
And if you wore my mask to protect you against the salt, would that help?
Oh, most certainly.
Okay, so I guess if you come in here first time, after ringing the bell the first time, you could yell at him. And he's like, "Oh, I didn't hear it. I only come out if I hear it." And then you go out and move the bell, and then you have that conversation, I guess.
Katie Pooh. So, have you met her yet? This Helena person? What's she like? Does she remember Frank?
Hi, Mom. Yeah, sure. I met her, and yeah, she's living in Arrowbad. You can thank Frank for me again.
I'll remember too, honey. So, what's Arrowbad like? Maybe Frank can take me there one day.
It's this seaside resort, Ma, but it isn't what it used to be.
Yeah.
You'd be real disappointed.
Maybe you're right. So, when are you coming home? Is that mission all over then?
Oh no.
Not really, Ma. I still haven't found the heir I'm looking for to wrap up the case. Helena Romansky's a kind of detour here.
Listen,
A detour of a
I get
detour.
the distinct impression that you're being led up the garden path. Why don't you just come home, tell your boss this heir just doesn't exist, that you've done all you can, et voila. Do you want me to call him for you?
Ma, please, don't get involved. Looking for Hans Varlberg is what I'm being paid for. But I also just want to find
I
him for
don't
myself.
think
Honestly, you're just as stubborn as your father. Don't complain that your mother didn't warn you.
Don't worry, I won't.
I think literally everyone involved would be happy if Kate did it, track Hans down. Like, Hans doesn't want to get involved in this. The company doesn't want to get Hans involved.
It's a real honor to meet you, Madame Romansky. People have told me so much about you.
People still talk
Well,
about me.
one person talks about you.
Of course. Everyone tells me how wonderful you were. How you were one of the greatest singers of the century.
So I was, my dear.
I was
But
one of the
surely
greatest,
you
wasn't I?
didn't come here just to dig up the past.
Like I said, I'm a lawyer, and to tell you the truth, I don't know much about classical music. But after talking to Mr. Borodin and Mr. Malkovich...
Well, Frank talked about her because Kate asked him about her. It wasn't unprompted.
And how is dear Frank? Do tell me. Oh, I am still angry with him for leaving like that to America. Don't be offended, but I never suspected those cowboys actually have an ear for real music.
I don't think he sings much anymore. The odd gala, the odd charity event. Anyway, he sends his love.
Oh, his love. Do you hear that, James? There is someone who still loves me on the other side of the Atlantic.
Never said they didn't, madam.
What about this other gentleman? What is his name?
Are you imagining like a like community situation?
Yes,
Or
you once sang in Komkalsgrad. An incredible recital, if the director's account is anything to go by. If you only knew how moved he still is.
I cannot believe Kate is framing this way.
I must confess that seeing one of my greatest admirers once more would do wonders for me, but my voice.
This is all so gross.
I couldn't.
She's just been implicitly lying to the player the whole game, as well as everyone else. Like, she's not actually here on this legal mission.
I'm wrapped up in a case at the moment, and because of it, I met a certain Mr. Sergei Borodin, director of the Komkalsgrad
Would be
Industrial Complex,
quite a thing.
situated to the northeast of here.
I guess that'd be like
remember that factory.
Heavy Rain.
A sad city indeed. What am I saying? They all were.
Madame Romansky, this Borodin is one of your biggest fans. If you could come and sing for him there, it would make one of his biggest dreams come true.
Sing? Oh, my poor girl. I have not sung for years. Time has taken its toll. My voice is like the rest of me. Faded and wan, like my heart.
Oh, aren't you going a bit far there? I bet you've still got a great
Kate!
voice.
He's such an
You
asshole.
are the sweetest cherry, my dear. I am not senile yet, but I look reality in the face every time I look in the mirror, and I can tell you, singing is something I did in the past.
Yeah, I think in Heavy Rain it feels like they just threw a dart and came up with a big twist. But it does like retroactively make large parts of that game completely nonsensical. And hey, it's by far the like most interesting part of that game because that game's really kind of boring. For a shitty Quantic Dream game, it's surprisingly down to earth, which I guess is because they cut all the supernatural stuff very late because there was a whole supernatural subplot.
Madame Romansky, please understand I would never have come so far to disturb you if I didn't really need your help.
I understand, my dear, but my health is failing me, as does my voice. Believe me, no one is sadder than I.
Strange. I get the impression that Hans Vorarlberg turned up here, too.
You know Hans Vorarlberg?
Not
Well,
exactly. I'm looking for him to sort out this inheritance case, but I've had to snoop around in his past a bit to get on his trail, and I guess he's kind of a close friend now. You knew him, didn't you?
that is true.
Oh,
Yeah, that does
yes.
happen.
I knew Hans Vorarlberg. Do you hear, James? Ah, if you had the chance to meet Hans, my Hans. Oh my God, what has become of him? Where is he?
As questions go, madam, that one is not without certain complications.
I'm sorry, but I have no idea. That's the goal of my mission, to find Hans Vorarlberg. That's why I have to get back to my train as quickly as possible and to get out of Komkalsgrad.
And you cannot find him without the train?
The train is one of his last inventions. So is Oscar, the automaton engineer. I get the feeling that the two of them are going to lead me to him.
Did you hear that, James? I might see
She
Hans
doesn't
again.
actually know where this train is
I've
going.
dreamt so
She's just
long
like,
of
it's
meeting
probably
that
going to
precious
Hans,
sweetheart again.
right? Where else
If
would it
only I
go?
could sing. If only I were in Paris, I would ask George for that miracle cocktail. The one that only he knew how to make. Wouldn't I, James?
We're gonna have to
Yes,
make her a
madam.
miracle
As you have
cocktail.
frequently said, without that famous cocktail, your French tour would have probably been cancelled.
I don't understand.
An extraordinary tale, my dear. It was December, and it was terribly cold and damp. I had to play the role of Tatiana that evening at the opera. But since the morning, I had lost my voice. It drove me completely mad with worry. I don't know how George, the barman at the Moritz Hotel, heard about my affliction, but he brought me up a cocktail that he had invented. A strange concoction. But it turned out to be a miracle cure. My voice returned to me in an instant.
That's amazing. That's just what we need. We're going to mix you up a cocktail.
Ah, my dear child. It is impossible.
Oh, we're
George
just gonna
never
have to go to
told me the
Paris,
recipe
and then
of
we'll
a
come
good wine.
back.
He loved to keep his trade secrets. He said it made him absolutely irreplaceable.
Well, I'm going to get George to tell me. He hasn't yet met with my powers of persuasion.
Essel's I don't even remember why she needs Hans. So theoretically, basically, Anna Vorarlberg, who is the owner of the Vorarlberg Toy Company, was supposed to sign over the toy company to the Universal Toy Company, which is an American corporation with a monopoly on toys, that employs Kate's law firm. And Kate was there to sign the documents. Anna was dead by the time Kate showed up. There was process in place in case she did die beforehand that it didn't actually matter. They were going to take it anyway. As long as there was no heir. Except she found out, of course, in Anna's documents that actually Hans, who's been reported dead many decades ago as a child, is actually still alive, which means the company would go to him and he needs to sign the papers. Again, I don't think Hans cares. The company definitely doesn't, would prefer to just ignore that Hans is technically still alive. Like, but she's like, well, legally.
Look, please, you absolutely have to come with me to Karlsgrad. It's the only way I'm going to get my train back and be able to carry on my journey.
Your train?
That's right. I've been traveling on this amazing locomotive with this automaton engineer. He isn't a million light years away from your James.
Do you hear that, James? And automaton? You have a twin brother? How delightful. And I thought I was the only person alive able to put up with such a peculiar butler.
Permit me to express my surprise, madam. Surely the fact that I remain in your service guarantees my uniqueness.
Oscar isn't my butler, though. He has a great independence of thought. Sometimes he does whatever suits him.
Just like you, James. Isn't that funny?
Madam will not be surprised to hear that she is strongly advised not to undertake a journey that, unless I am very much mistaken, will tire her needlessly.
James, only one of us will make that decision, and that person is me. I'm very curious to meet your automaton, my dear. Where is it?
He had to stay with the train in Karlsgrad. The director used his hands for the final touches on his pianist. It's the same pianist that will accompany you when you sing.
How quaint.
It's a very...
Another automaton.
She's really just like gliding over the fact that this guy stole the hands.
For me? Ah, why does my voice abandon me so now?
You must have had a fantastic life. So exhilarating.
Ah, much more than you could ever imagine. I used to sing the finest melodies of the moment in the most fantastic theaters around the world. I have been hailed by kings and courted by princes. Grown men would sink to their knees when they heard the first notes of my recital. My voice could break crystal glass and hearts, many hearts.
I'm not surprised.
Then one day sickness steals away the gift life has given you. My voice started to betray me. I started to get migraines. My health failed. They sent me here to let the spa town weave its healing spell. I was only going to rest for a month, but then the month became a year and the years get longer.
But you look so healthy to me.
Oh, thank you, my dear.
I'll let you
Okay.
get a bit of rest. Thank you for listening to me.
It was a real pleasure, my child. You are a charming young lady, and simply talking to you has warmed my soul.
Oh. I realized something. What oh my god, this is the drink machine. Wait, what? Excuse me? What? No, wait, where'd the thing go? Musical score, there it is. Okay.
I wonder how that works. I wonder how...
Uh... What? Okay. I thought I was gonna have some animations, but I guess it was doing something. Nope, that's not it.
Ah, my God! Ah! From what backwater of hell did you find this potion? Are you trying to poison me?
It's, a blue Helena.
That is impossible. The blue Helena had a color that was like an aroma like you understand? Its texture was not quite so. One thing is for certain: this is no blue Helena. Make an effort, my child.
Right. I guess I'll try out another mix.
Oh, there's something down here. That's probably relevant. Oh, what's this? God, I can't believe we had to mix a drink for this lady. Crystallized honey. Okay. Okay. I feel like this whole section has a lot more bullshit in it. SL, but oh, maybe that's where the vodka goes. There we go. Okay, okay, we got it. I think we're all hooked up. Uh. Okay. Okay. I understand how it works. Problem is we need to go get a recipe. Um Need to use the phone, I think.
Sir?
What the hell was that?
Like this guy's now watching static. And there it comes back.
I've come to say I'm sorry for the fountain. I hope I haven't caused too much damage. But it's the best idea I could find to actually meet Madame Romansky.
Oh, it's no problem.
DM.
I mean, who even looks at the stupid fountain these days? So, you're big buddies with Romansky. Just what was it you said to get in her good book so quickly?
I just asked if she could come with me to sing in a factory.
That's not what you said
Romansky, sing?
before.
It's been a year and a day since you last sung anything. Bleeding surprised she's going with you.
We'll see. There's always hope and, well, persistence.
And you certainly have a lot of that. No denying it, madam.
There's no way you could help me in my research, is there?
Once upon a time, but today, no way, Jose.
No way, Jose, as they
So you
say.
think Madame Romansky will never sing again?
I don't think so, no.
This might seem a little indiscreet, but I think that Hans Vorarlberg stayed here once, and I'd like to know if you've heard anything from him since.
It's not house policy to talk about the comings and goings of its clientele, but I will say that I have indeed not had the pleasure of doing dealings with Mr. Vorarlberg since he left the hotel a long, long time ago.
It's a real shame that there aren't any guests at your hotel.
We had our
Doesn't it make
Why
good?
you
Thanks.
Okay, maybe we gotta go. Are these guys gonna have anything to say, or were they just there for the...
Excuse me. I really.
Right.
Okay.
It's like, hey, I stole your thing. So we need... I thought maybe the hotel that she stayed in was... Oh, I'm dumb. Yeah, so she stayed in this hotel. Yep, okay. I was like, I thought we were gonna have to call them. But obviously we use our phone to call, our actual phone to call them. Okay. I did write this down. Whoops, I did it wrong. There we go.
Hello, Hotel Moritz?
Reception here. Can I help you?
I'd like to talk to Mr. George. He's a barman at your hotel.
Well, he was like 20 years ago.
Just a moment.
Or more.
Hello, hotel bar?
Hi, I'd like to talk to George, please.
George? You mean Mr. George?
Yeah, probably. He must have been a barman
In
at the Ritz
the
in the
50s! I'm sorry!
Well, don't want to disappoint you, but Mr. George stopped working for quite a while ago.
Yeah!
What's it about?
fucking
I've been
shit!
told that Mr. George had a recipe for a fantastic cocktail, and only he knew the ingredients. I absolutely must know what was in it. It's a matter of life and death.
No, it's
Would
not!
love to
What
help you,
the
but you see,
fuck?
old George, now he knew a lot of cocktails. One hell of a barman and one hell of a reputation. He did write down
It's
some-
absolutely not a matter of life and death.
Could you tell me which one you were looking for exactly?
I don't
The
know.
Blue
There
Helena.
are a lot of them, you say?
Yeah, the Paris Peking Shuffle, the Deep Green Secret, Boko Poco, Blue Helena, Red Mambo.
Helena. Yeah, that's the one. The Blue Helena.
Right, I'll take a look. Blue Helena, you say? Let's see. 1 measure of vodka, 1 measure of blue curacao, 1 measure of honey, a dash of lime and ice cubes. Shake it all together, and Bob's your uncle.
Perfect.
Oh my god.
Thank you very much, sir. You have been most
Well, I
helpful
did
to
not
me.
write that down. I was trying to. Did I get that written? Does that, like, get... Does she write it down? Oh my god, am I gonna have to call this guy back up? And isn't there a dialogue log? Oh, I think there is a dialogue log somewhere. But I don't remember where it is. How do I get to it? It's not this. The dialogue notebook just takes you to this thing, which is not helpful. This is just all of these things, just a second inventory. Oh my god. Is there not a dialogue log here? Yeah, I don't really know why it exists. Okay, let's try calling him again. I started writing it. I was actually trying to write it down.
Hi, it's me again.
Why, sure. 1 measure of vodka,
Okay.
1 measure
Honey.
of blue curacao, 1 measure of honey, a dash of lime and
Lime.
and shake.
Ice cubes.
Thanks a lot.
Shake. Okay. Doesn't help that my pen's kind of not, it's kind of running out, but okay. Okay. They only have lemons. That's true. We did not have limes in this cupboard. So I guess we're gonna go with that. Vodka. Okay. Also can't have this up, so if we... Okay. God. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? Can I... Actually, I don't know if I can have a instance of this up at the... Nope. Okay. I can't have anything up at the same time as the game, so I have to write this down manually rather than typing, which would be a lot easier. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so if we assume, is this going to be left to right, top to bottom? I don't know. I'm going to assume so. So vodka is base 6. Blue Caraco is treble. Is that the other one? 5. This is so much. Honey is not on here. I guess it's that special switch. Limes, also a special switch. Ice cubes, special switch. And then shake is the final one, right? Okay, so... Okay, I guess this is on base. So... 6? Oh, well now it does a thing. Why wasn't it doing that before? It didn't do any of that before. Honey. What the fuck is the honey? Oh, this is honey. Wait, why didn't the honey do anything? Okay, we're just gonna assume that it did work. Ice cubes. Is this ice cubes? I don't know what this is. This is presumably milk, which is quite a thing. Okay, yeah, it sounds like ice cubes. Shake. Oh my god.
Oh, my God. It's,
Fuck
right.
you! Okay, let's try again. This doesn't do anything. It doesn't make an animation. Yeah, that would also be a thing. Okay, I mean, I'm gonna look it up after this, because I don't know what... I don't know what we're doing wrong. I don't feel like dealing with it. Uh-huh.
Oh, it's...
Okay. Oh my fucking god. How? What? Okay. 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 This is crystallized honey. Yeah, it would be really nice to have any kind of feedback on this. So I guess, yes, the fact that I'm not getting animation is supposed to be maybe my indication that the honey, something's reflected up with the honey. Didn't I turn? Oh, it is on. Okay. So we have to heat the honey up. And the only way we have to do that is this hot tub. Okay, let's see this. I didn't see if anything else is wrong, but... Just, yeah, I mean, like, I don't... Again, this is one of those things where the puzzle itself is fine, the solution is fine. It's just, it was not obvious that there was something wrong with the honey, that like the honey was crystallized honey, because I mean, I guess it said crystallized honey when I picked it up, but I just picked it up and immediately slotted it in, so. Because there's no dialogue, there's no anything where she reacts to it. No?
It's
What am I doing wrong? Fuck you. Okay. I mean, it's fine. It's the musical notes I have switched, like the order that they go in, because the thing goes top to bottom rather than left to right. Okay, so that means this. Like, you should be able to tell what's coming out, I feel like, but whatever. No, not the order. So I read this as being left to right. It's left to right this way. So rum is 1, vodka is 2, whiskey is 3. What did I just put in it? I don't remember. I might have fucked it up. I might have gotten too much lemon. Oh my god, she likes it.
My voice. My God, that is atrocious. Horrific. It was too good to be true. George's Blue Helena is powerless. Ineffective on the voice of an older woman.
But your voice is perfect. Don't be so down on yourself. You just need to warm up a bit, that's all. After all these years, it's to be expected.
No, I am very grateful for all your efforts, but really, I cannot go on stage with such a puny, pathetic voice. My performance would be so poor. I would get...
No one's gonna review you, lady.
You've just got to get your confidence back. Hasn't she, James?
I must concur, madam. It sounds to me like your voice is fully restored.
James, be quiet. You are a sniveling little creep.
Wow.
The Blue Helena really does have a magical effect. Your voice is sensational.
I am not convinced.
I tell you, you're wrong. The Comco's grad director is going to be amazed.
My dear, how little you know.
I remember a time, madam, when you would test your vocal prowess by breaking crystal tableware and decorations.
Ah, those were the days. Shards of crystal. I could never do that now.
I think she had that accent before. Wait, what? Oh, okay, I gotta put it over here, apparently. Like, we're definitely putting... It's definitely what this glass is for.
My voice. My God, what have I done? My voice has returned. Did you hear that, James?
I've got the shatter
My
power
voice has
back.
returned.
Your voice is still as magnificent as ever, madam. But please don't forget, you're no spring chicken these days. Time has taken its toll.
And you're not the toy boy you once were either, James. I hope you have fun on your own.
Toy boy.
Leaving you is quite out of the question.
Don't be stupid, James. What would you do there? Your place is here. You must prepare my return.
Madam, I won't insist. Adventure is not an integral part of my action functionalities. Maybe you're right, madam. As ever.
Do I understand correctly that you're going to go with me to Comcalsgrad?
You do, my dear. We're going on tour, my dear. Anchors away.
This is so
I'll go
fucked.
back to the airship to prepare my departure. You can join me there when you're ready.
James, take me to my room. I must prepare. Quick, quick. What are you waiting for? My fans are waiting for me.
Are you sure you're sure about this, madam?
Shut up, James, and put your foot on it.
Okay, let's go back to the airship, I guess. Oh, if only PM. Hello?
Hello?
Hi, it's me, Olivia.
Hey, sweetie, what's new? How was it at the Goldbergs then?
Like, alcoholic.
Is that all? What's up? Cat got your tongue?
So, I kind of slept with your
Tell me
boyfriend.
what you're up to. How's the case going? How's that Romansky chick? You don't think it's dragging out too long?
I haven't had the time to get bored, I can tell you that, but... Hey, Olivia, what's the matter? You didn't even answer my question. That's so unlike you.
Did I tell you I bought this really cool blue silk top?
Olivia, what are you hiding? Come on out with it. You've got me worried.
Oh, Kate, I'm sorry. I've done something horrible. I can't sleep anymore. I can't eat. I keep wanting to hurl.
Olivia, tell me what's going on.
Dan!
What about Dan? Has something happened to him?
You're gonna hate me for the rest of your life. And you'd be right. In your situation,
What?
after the gold, Dan took me home. We were a bit, we shouldn't have drunk so much. He came up to mine to have a nightcap, and then, okay, you're gonna hate me. Please hate me.
I got it.
It's all my fault. I could never tell you that I've had the hots for Dan for ages, because you're my friend and you were engaged and all, but then we got so close lately, and I just lost sight of what's right and what's
Oh, boy.
Kate, the guilt is killing me. I want to die.
Look, don't bust a gut over it. You and Dan, it's like not real right now. I gotta go, Olivia. I need to process this new bit of data.
I need to process this new bit of data?
Something? Kate,
I'm hanging up now. I want to be on my own.
They just can't. They can't get her to have. I get. You know, it's a hard thing to display or to sort of portray in your voice like the deadness of feeling, or just like I can't deal with this right now. But they are not succeeding. I can't believe we're just. This is so fucked. Like, treating this as this big triumphant moment. This lighting is very ominous. Oh my god, what the fuck was that shot?! What? 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 Excuse me? Is this a... Is this fucking Mousetrap?
Kate, help me. What is happening? What does this man want of me? He has gone totally mad. Don't worry. There must be some way of getting you out of there. And I'm going to find it. But do hurry up, my child. I am terrified he will return and become dangerous. Be strong, Madame Romansky. You can trust me.
Kate, you fucking asshole! Of course this is what happened! This is not a twist! I'm just fucking dying. Oh my god.
This lock looks fairly solid.
Is it though? No, it wasn't. We finally got to just fucking
Lost
snap.
lady. I was beginning to be desperate. I came as fast as I could. Now hurry. Get out of here quickly before that maniac notices. I've got to get Oscar's hands back.
Is he gonna... No? Okay. These are the same fucking hands! We could have done this! When we were here! The first time! Oh my god, Kate, you're such a fucking unbelievable. Just.
Are you all right, madam?
My heart has been put to
Yeah,
the
we
test.
had the screwdriver.
But
We had to
just
use
might
it
hold
to get
Let's
up
go.
the ladder
Let's
to
not
where
hang
the
around
guy
here.
was in the first place. We had to unscrew a safety sign. They just weren't interactable. Fuck.
Oh! My God! What has happened now?
Nice try, Miss Walker. But you
Also,
are
she
not
got rid of
strong
the
enough.
shears for no
Not for
reason
me.
after she
So you can stop
opened that
playing
lock.
games now. Return the hands to me, and bring Madame Romansky back, or I shall not be responsible for my actions.
You don't scare me, you old lunatic. Helena, grab the hands and get back to the train. Tell Oscar to get ready to leave. I'm gonna find a way out of this lousy factory.
Okay, I need to remember the other way in. There wasn't this door.
No chance.
I don't remember what it is right now, but
Ha!
We'll just see about that.
I warned you, Kate Walker. I warned you.
Be careful, my child.
You too.
I
And
just...
don't worry.
This is so dumb. Because, like, we did get the thing with, like, the pilot guy where he's like, oh, I don't think you should trust that guy. And it was like, yeah, no shit. Oh, it's, yeah, this is the other way out. And it was like, oh, it's a twist that, the fuck was that? Well, I don't care. Oh, this is the elevator, right? Just gotta pull it down. I do hope we leave without confronting this guy at all. Excuse me? Why is this suddenly a Looney Tunes cartoon? Like, what the fuck? This game is so fucking weird. Wait, can we not go back up now? Is that the thing? We also can't interact with this TV. Can't go over here. Oh, I can climb up this pipe. Maybe. Yep, you gotta get dirty. For once, she's actually willing. Okay, let's just leave. Bye bye.
What on earth is going on? Why is this train not moving? This is not the time to hang around with that madman on the loose.
That is a bit of a concern. Don't worry. I'll take care of it.
I don't know why the train's not moving, because I don't know where Oscar is to tell him to get the train moving. Well, I guess he's not here.
No point.
Am I gonna have to walk all the way back out and go up to the front of the train to tell him to go to just leave? Okay, nope, not that way. Like, just fucking go. I'm right here. You could see me. Yeah, hi, Oscar. I'm glad you're fine.
Oscar,
Let's go.
I'm back. Let's get out of here.
What a pleasure it is to see you again, Kate Walker. Please take your seat with Miss Helena in the carriage. She simply is a charming lady. She helped me screw my hand back on. I must inform you, though, that regulations make no provision for supplementary passengers.
Oscar.
I hope that you still have your ticket for Arrowbad.
Oscar!
Message received and understood, Kate Walker. Departure imminent.
Okay, great. I'm glad that we had this talk.
Hello?
Kate, hi. It's me, Dan. Are you alright?
No!
I'm okay now, yeah, thanks. But if I said that not long ago I was grappling with a mad music lover who wanted to kidnap an old forgotten opera star, but I foiled his plan.
You
and escaped with an
foiled
abandoned mine, then I
his
guess
plan!
It's completely mad. You'd be proud of me, Dan. Real proud.
Do you want to talk to him right now?
Thing. I barely recognize it.
No, it doesn't matter. How was your day?
What the
Of
fuck?
course. I went to dinner with the Goldbergs. I finally beat Bob
What?
at squash. The cleaning woman broke the vase in the entrance hall. Well, other than that, nothing new.
I see. Everything's cool, though?
Yeah, everything's, cool.
You're not missing me at all?
Yeah, sure I am.
I had Olivia on the phone. She was a little upset. Nothing to say?
I'm so sorry. I don't know what came over me. It happened so quickly. I just totally lost control. I was so weak, so dumb. I just can't imagine how... I can't imagine how you could ever forgive me. What a bastard I've been.
I don't know, Dan. Maybe I'm
No.
to blame somewhere in all this.
No.
Maybe I pushed you into Olivia's arms. I'm well aware that this trip has taken me far from New York and far from the Kate you once knew. And you know what surprises me the most? I don't miss it.
What's happening, Kate?
Her mom's
Maybe
pretty
you just
self-centered,
realized we
but
don't
in a
really
way
need
that's
each
just
other.
kind of, like,
We can talk
vacuous.
about it when you get back if you want.
I don't know, Dan. We'll see.
Okay. Let's just leave. Let's go meet Hans. What are we supposed to be doing? Did we leave? Do we need to take a seat?
What on that?
What? I thought we were leaving. Can we no longer leave because that thing moved? That doesn't really make any sense. Do I have to go back outside? Oh my god. Okay, Oscar, why the fuck are we not moving?
What is it this time?
Large iron rods have emerged from between the huge legs of the giant
Oh my
statue.
god.
The track is now completely blocked.
But that's absolutely crazy. Will that madman never get off our case? I'm gonna see what I can do.
Kate has just like given up on all of her inventory items. Well, fuck. Where would those rods come from? No idea.
No point. It's locked.
Okay. Well, our options are rather limited. So we could reverse. We could just go back. Oh. Now we can examine the explosive box that we couldn't before. Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah. Clicked out of the game window. I thought it was open before, but maybe it wasn't. She just wouldn't even interact with it, you know, look at it before, of course. This seems as likely to cause more problems as it is to solve problems. Yeah, that looks like it's falling on the... Okay. Okay, sure. Okay, so we just get out and like... Oh, I guess this is so she can go home. And then we just like crank the train. Never get to see the two robots talk to each other, no.
Still in one piece?
Humor is a concept outside the scope of my functionality, Kate Walker. You should know that by now.
I don't think that's humor.
Come on, quit crabbing.
You were literally in multiple pieces before, Oscar.
And even with a certain style, I might add.
Style is the right word.
Hey, what are you doing on the platform? That's not like you.
I wanted to take a little air and dust away the cobwebs from my joints. This salt wind is terrible, though. I think it would be wiser to return to our nice, warm train.
Get a life, Oscar. Oscar, can we get going now?
Really, Kate Walker. First, we have to wind up the train's mechanism.
Of course. What was I thinking of? Right away, I'm on the case. Oscar, the wind has dropped. Maybe you can come with me.
Kate Walker. A high-precision mechanism like myself has a built-in aversion to sub-zero temperatures.
You know, Oscar, sometimes I think we'll never find Hans Vorarlberg.
You have manifested a certain spunk and perseverance, Kate Walker. Please do not be discouraged. It's possible you are closer to your initial target than you currently imagine.
Yeah, maybe. The weather has changed since my last visit. The wind has dropped, and it has started snowing a little.
I was not fortunate enough to accompany you on your first visit, Kate Walker. You abandoned me to who knows what horrible fate in that creepy factory.
Oscar, do you know something? You're changing. You might not notice, but you are.
Change is outside the scope of my functionality, Kate Walker.
I hope the train wasn't damaged in the explosion.
Do not worry, Kate Walker. I checked that everything was in order.
You really do think of everything, Oscar.
Yep,
Do not
he
think
thought of
about
everything.
sports, Kate Walker.
What?
You know something, Oscar? Despite all our mishaps and your grating personality, I think I'm gonna miss you.
Kate Walker?
Yes. When I found Hans Varlberg, I'm going to have to go home to New York.
That's your decision, Kate Walker.
See you around, Oscar.
I'll be waiting for you, Kate Walker.
This thing's jammed.
Excuse me. Is it jammed? Or is it just... It is not jammed. It's just not in the right position. Okay, Oscar, I've wound the fucking train.
Hello, Oscar.
Hello, Kate Walker.
Oscar, I think everything's ready. We can go now.
Are you sitting comfortably? Then we can start the engine and get going. I'll be circulating shortly to punch your ticket.
Give me a break, Oscar.
Miss Walker! Miss Walker! Wait, wait! Don't go yet!
Fuck off.
Mr. Felix, what's the matter now? Has something happened to Madame Romansky?
No, no, not at all. Our favorite diva's fine and dandy. But there's a package for you at the reception. I said to myself, Felix, maybe she's got to have it before she
It's
goes.
probably a fucking bomb.
For me? But that's impossible.
But it's got Miss Walker written on it, clear as day.
Why didn't you tell me about it earlier?
It's only just arrived, like.
Yeah, because it's probably a fucking bomb.
I don't know. I just took my eye off reception for a moment. The game was on, you see, and there it was, on the counter in reception. Come and get it.
Okay.
What if we didn't pick it up? I guess he opened it. Excuse me? Who the fuck sent us that?
What the hell was that?
Hello?
What the hell are you up to, Kate?
Mr. Marson, please, do try to understand.
Understand? What I understand is this. 1. Our main client is ready to drop the whole caboodle if the deal isn't tied up in the next 24 hours. 2. This is going to cost the firm multi-dineros. And 3. I made a serious error of judgment trusting you with this case. That's what I understand.
I know it doesn't look like it, but...
No buts, Walker. You're looking for a senile old freak and you're making heavy weather of it.
You know, he isn't as senile as all that. He's got this creative streak.
I mean, you have no idea what he's like now.
Jumbo, I don't want excuses. I want...
I've got to go, Mr. Marson. I think
I want Spider-Man. Everything is so stiff moving from one animation to another.
Hello, reception here. Felix Massano at your service. Yes, ma'am. Yes, yes. Yes, she's right here in front of me, ma'am. Immediately. Please, be my guest. Miss Walker. Madame Romansky would like you to join her at the hotel bar as quickly as possible.
I'm going.
Is there a phone over there?
Madame Romansky, you wanted to see me?
There you are, my dear. I wanted to talk to you before you leave. I didn't want you to get the wrong idea. Despite our mishap in Konkosgrad,
Yeah, it
I'm
wasn't
very
actually
grateful
your fault
you
for
helped me to
leading
forget
me,
my life here and
luring
this dead
me
beach
for a
where I stroll up and down all
horrible
day, getting
person.
more and more bored.
So much the better.
Time passes so quickly. One day you are at the peak of your glory. You think it is going to last forever. And then one day the bubble bursts and you are washed up and forgot.
Madame Romansky, don't be so gloom and doom. It doesn't suit you.
Yeah,
And if
smile.
there's no one left to help you out, you start to sink into a long, dark winter.
Perhaps you should rest now. We've had a trying time. It's been emotional. You must be tired.
When I returned here, Hans gave me such a taste for life. He too was ill. Ah, he coughed. He must have spent too long at the factories, breathing in their smoke. And then he was better. And he left. And I stayed with my memories.
Hans Vorarlberg?
Hans Vorarlberg was so full of joy, so carefree. He was a little simple of spirit, of course, as they say. He was a child who made fantastic toys. I think that maybe I loved him.
God alone knows where he is today.
The plane with the hotel supplies has arrived. Maybe you should take a walk outside.
I don't understand.
I am old. I am tired. I
The
have been
plane
very
with the
pleased to meet you,
hotel
Kate Walker.
supplies?
Goodbye, James. Do look after Madame Romansky.
That is all I ever do, miss. May fortune follow your every footstep. The snow is a good sign.
Really?
The snow chases the wind away and covers the salt and sand on the ground. The air becomes purer and still. Ideal conditions for a constitutional.
Great. Thanks for everything, James.
Nope. Okay, I don't know what the fuck she's talking about. Let's go. If we can.
Hello, Oscar.
Hello, Kate Walker.
Oscar, Madame Romansky wants to talk to
What?
you urgently.
I shall.
Well, we fucking
See
talked
you
to
around,
her.
I'll be.
Okay. What the fuck do I need to do? Can I not just get on this goddamn train? Uh, I don't know what I need to do. I talked to her. Am I supposed to do something with this mammoth? Let her walk off, then I'll look. Oh, of course, the plane is at the pier. Why would it be anywhere else? You're supposed to meet the supply plane. Well, yeah, but I didn't know where it was. I thought it would be at the dock or the airship landing because that's where everything, but it's at the pier.
Good morning, sir. Mr. Vorarlberg? Hans Vorarlberg?
A what?
Brought the train then. That's good.
Mr. Vorarlberg, you
A
have
what?
no idea how pleased I am to meet you at last. I'm Kate.
Where is Anna?
Your sister has passed away, Mr. Vorarlberg. I am sorry. Truly sorry.
Ah, okay. Otherwise, it's Anna who would have come, right? Not you.
I guess you're right, Mr. Vorarlberg. My name's Kate Walker.
Kate Walker. Okay, I'm going away on the train. A long way away.
Where's that?
That way. Syberia.
Syberia. I'm sorry, Mr. Vorarlberg. I've been ordered to tie up the buyout of your factory in Valladolid. It's, my job, you understand.
Anna told me. The automatons. That's over now, isn't it?
Mr.
No,
Vorarlberg,
they're...
the factory belongs to you now, and I need your signature to tie up the deal.
Okay. Then I'm going away on the train.
Here's the sales contract. I'll give you some time to look it over. Your sister already agreed to the terms. All we need now is your signature.
Why is he here? What play, like, what?
What? You signed just like that?
Yeah, he doesn't give a
Without
shit,
reading?
Kate.
I can't read. I don't know how to.
Oh. In that case,
What?
I'll read it for you.
No, it's okay. Leave it. I've got to go away on the train, Kate Walker.
As you wish, Mr. Vorarlberg. And let me wish you a very pleasant journey. Yes?
Listen, Walker, I've decided to send over some backup.
No need, Mr. Marson.
What do you mean?
Hans Vorarlberg has just signed. Everything's hunky-dory.
Are you saying that...
Yep. That Vorarlberg Manufacturing is now the exclusive property of the Universal Toy Company.
But... that's great news. Good work. Excellent work, Walker. A real masterstroke. I knew I could count on you, Kate. I congratulate you.
Thank you, sir.
Right, now get back here as quick as you can. I want those papers on my desk tomorrow. My secretary will organize a meeting with Universal Toys immediately. You'll no doubt want to hand over the contract yourself. And now that I think of it, I've got no one on the Schwann Airport case. Big trial coming up. A real opportunity. The job is yours. My little way of saying thank you.
She's a
Kate
big
Walker.
corporate lawyer. She doesn't want to
Thanks for the
set
time.
foot in a courtroom.
You have a
She
great
doesn't have
career as a
to.
lawyer ahead of you, Kate. See you tomorrow. Well done again, and don't lose those papers, huh? That would be the dumbest thing.
Sure. Real dumb.
Throws those papers out into the wind.
Kate Walker,
Yes, Mr. Vorarlberg?
are you coming on the train too, Kate Walker?
No. That really wasn't in the plan.
Well, how are you going to
Thanks for
get
offering.
back?
This adventure's all over for me now, Mr. Vorarlberg.
Too bad. Silly, really. You don't like adventure, do you?
I don't really... I mean, maybe there's... It's not easy to say.
Yes?
I have to go back to New York. They're waiting for me there, you understand?
I understand. The plane. It's going to New York too, maybe.
Maybe. I suppose I'd better go find out.
Yes. It's more sensible. Maybe. See you later, Kate Walker.
Yes. See you later, Mr. Vorarlberg.
Well, you could mail the papers, the contract, before you leave. What happens if I click yes? I don't even... When did this get added? This couldn't have been in the base game, because Syberia 2 didn't exist, obviously. Like... Oh my fucking god. Okay, let's see what happens if I click yes. Does it just like open a browser? I don't think anything happened. What the fuck? God, so I kind of vaguely remembered as basically once I had looked at the UHS, because it has a category of like by area or by level, and so it lists like Errolbad, and then Return to Kalmkolsgrad, and then Endgame. And so I was like, obviously there's not very much left. And that kind of made me remember vaguely people that as much as there had been positive press about this game when in the Adventure Game community back when it came out, that I remembered from when I was, when I was a kid, because then it came out 2002, whatever. That I thought I remembered people talking about it having like that it just kind of stopped. that it had it was just kind of a setup for the sequel, but I was like, well, they got to do something. I really wasn't prepared for that. Even so, fuck, God, what it's interesting to me the way like this is kind of what I've been saying the whole time as we've been talking about adventure games. What we were talking about earlier on the stream. I'm sorry I don't have anything on the screen now. But that this game in the abstract, other than the fact obviously that it stops without a particularly, it kind of builds up all this stuff about. I mean, Siberia's not in the game, right? What the fuck was the point of that mammoth? I guess that's wait. It's the package is addressed to Kate Walker. Hans doesn't know Kate Walker exists, so it's not from Hans. Where's the package come from with the mammoth automaton? What was the point of that? I'm so confused. But I think other than the game, not really having an ending, in the abstract, there's nothing particularly bad about this. It's fine. It's like, oh, it's a cool thing, journey through these areas on this train. You're learning about Hans Wahlberg. There's a personal story building up. All this stuff, quaint little stuff, characters and stuff. Like, I think all that works in the abstract or as an idea. It's just you really see the limitations of. I mean, partly it is budget. Again, like you have to assume the volume of writing is so limited in terms of not having all those interactions that we talked about, and also, I mean, obviously the ending is presumably a budget thing. But just also a general, like, a decision about where to put the emphasis on the game and the craft of it is just poor. Uh, it's interesting. It's interesting how it it does feel like an imitator of more successful things that just can't. It's just not that good. Which is yeah, it's got some nice art. Um, it's tonally all over the place. Yeah, just a weird fucking game that doesn't pull it together in any way. It doesn't really have any. I mean, the standout stuff is basically stuff that is bad. Like none of the standout stuff is kind of the stuff that it wants to be cool. I don't know that it ever succeeds in being particularly cool. But well, I'm glad that I know what the game is now. Uh, I know some people have asked, am I gonna play Syberia 2? And even with that stunning sequel tease, um, the answer is no, at least not right now. Maybe, I guess, at some point in the future. There's also a Syberia 3 and a prequel, although Syberia 3 and the prequel are made much later. I know we looked at it before, but I'll look it up again because I don't remember. So Syberia 2 was 2004, Syberia 3 was 2017, and the prequel is still in production, but there's like a version of it, you could, like I guess a demo or something that you can play right now. Oh, excuse me. Does 2 have an ending? I don't know. I have no idea. Syberia, the first one, was acclaimed by critics, according to Wikipedia, for its intelligent script and use of graphic design that accompanied elements of Art Nouveau and clockpunk. No, I don't think you could say this game has an intelligent script. According to the New York Times, Syberia received euphoric reviews from critics. What the fuck? Oh, okay. The New York Times, they said this is some, yeah, it covered like the first 20% of a character arc. Yeah, I love that it starts this section on Wikipedia by saying that the New York Times said it received euphoric reviews, but the New York Times actual review wrote that, quote, their reviewer, his faith in adventure games is hanging by a thread because I've been playing Syberia, the best adventure game of the year, and it's not very good. You know, sometimes the New York Times is correct. Um, let's see here. Okay, well, thanks, folks. What a thing. I'll be back next week. I don't know what I'm going to be playing next week, but I have a possible idea, but we'll talk about it when it gets confirmed. I will also be back tomorrow morning, if you're in North American times. Playing Big Aquarium with Darcy, which is a much more satisfying experience if you haven't seen it. It's very fun. And then we're also gonna try to play Fall from Heaven in the afternoon, but that didn't work last week, so we will give it another try and see. But yeah, you can follow the channel for notifications when it goes live. You can sub to the channel for emotes of those two cats over there who are being very cute. You can join the Discord if you want to talk with cool people or want to watch Nancy Drew or Stargate SG-1 with us. This is currently our watching things we have events for. There's also a Twitter account if you want just tweets when the stream goes live. Yeah, thanks everybody for hanging out, either just watching or chatting. I'm glad to have gone through this with people, and hope everybody else had a good time. And hope you join me again in the future. Good night.